Hello everyone, this is The Last Word and I'm Maria Shakil. A debate over Saif Ali Khan's attack has broken out, with some political leaders questioning if the actor was indeed stabbed or was he acting, while others came out in support of the actor and his bravery. Mostly, these are members of the film fraternity. So what really has happened? Maharashtra Minister Nitesh Rane has raised questions over the attack on Saif Ali Khan, asking if the actor was really stabbed or if he was acting. Remember, Saif was discharged from the hospital on January 21st, and while he was walking to his residence, Rane says that he was seen dancing. His remarks came a day after Shiv Sena leader Sanjay Nirupam raised questions over the actor's quick recovery in a matter of just 5 days after he was stabbed 6 times by an intruder at his house on January 16th. Saif underwent a 6-hour-long surgery as a 2.5-inch knife was stabbed in his body. The actor had also suffered an injury near his spine and had to be shifted to the ICU following the surgery. Let's listen in to what Nitesh Rane, who is a minister in Devendra Fadnavis's cabinet, said, and also my conversation with Akshay Kumar on the overall security situation with regards to superstars.
त्याला तो एवढा तू असा बाहेरून चालत होता मला संशय राहिला का घर चाकू मारला की ह्यानी कुठेतरी असंच ऍक्टिंग करून बाहेर निघाला असं टुन 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 करून नाचतंय ते.
Regarding the security of superstars, after the incident which has happened in Mumbai.
What do you want to know?
Do you think there is a need for extra security, or do you think there is a need for stars to be extra careful, or is Mumbai an unsafe city?
It was very unlucky that what happened, but I think Saif handled it very well. And he was a brave man to handle it. And I think what he did, he went and tried to save everybody from his family. He's a real hero, I would say.
And you won't call Mumbai an unsafe city?
No, it's not an unsafe city. Mumbai police has done a great job. It's always done a great job. I have been a part of that city since last 52 years now. I moved there when I was 4 years old. Well, 53 years now. So I don't think so. It's an unsafe city. I've never seen that much.
We have Rajesh Kotian, who's the spokesperson of the Congress, Sanjay Pandey, former Maharashtra DGP, Sanjana Galrani is an actress, and also Shaina NC, who will be joining me any moment now. Rajesh Kotian, there is this sense certainly that politicians in particular have behaved very, very irresponsibly in this entire episode. Look at the series of statements which have come in from them. Does it really, why do politics over an incident of crime?
Nitesh Rane is an habitual offender. So now if he gives a normal statement, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Hello? So if he gives a normal statement, then I think something is wrong with him. He has to give this sort of a statement. And it is a pity that BJP has taken such a person into the cabinet. Now, the deputy CM of Ajit Pawar has said what the government has said. The government said the police has investigated, and even Akshay Kumar ji said the same thing. The Bombay police is doing a fantastic job. And what Ajit Pawar ji said was he wanted 50,000 to go back, and he went inside. So it was typically a very genuine case where a person has gone into it. Now, Mahayuti partners, be it my own old colleague, Sanjay Nirupam, or they have no other issues to take up. They want every other small issue to create a Hindu-Muslim polarization, and this is in view of the upcoming this thing.
Politicians' statements so far have been extremely unfortunate and petty. There's petty politics at play.
I want to come in.
Yes, please, Sanjana, go ahead.
Yeah, nobody.
This is really disgusting to see if a politician can come across and talk to an actor in the Indian community saying it's astonishing for him to see somebody walk out like that without any pain. I should be shaming this politician, whosoever it is, I don't know. But it does not matter. Whatever he's told is completely wrong. he needs to be appreciative about how fast Saif Ali Khan has recovered, because see, actors have a regime, they have a schedule. You need to tell this politician, why don't you go and learn how to work out, learn how athletes live a life. If athletes have the worst of the injuries, still for the very next day of Olympics, they go and they run. That's possible because of the kind of a stamina they have, because of the kind of a resilience they have, because of the kind of a potential they have in them, and the urge they have that, yes, I want to recover. I want to be fine. I want to be back and up on my toes, and I don't want to give up. So you need to appreciate an actor if he's really stood for himself. He's come out smiling with all the particular pains that his body has gone through, with the kind of a target his family has gone through. He's still come back. He's smiling.
Absolutely.
He's an inspiration to the country.
Absolutely. I agree with you completely. And that's the reason why I want to understand from you, Sanjana. You know, you have two leaders of Mahayuti.
It's disgusting.
Making statements which are completely unacceptable. Here is a family which has undergone tragedy of unimaginable proportion. Do you think there is a great need for certain degree of responsibility, particularly on part of...
which is required.
Sanjana, I've heard you. Please wait now. This is a question to China NC. There is a great degree of responsibility which is needed on the part of politicians. First, Nitesh Rane and of course, Sanjay Nirupam, both of them questioning this entire incident and also giving it a communal color.
Maria, I so totally agree with you. I don't see any reason why the political class or the media needs to question. If at all Saif Ali Khan went in as a lion, came out as a tiger, we should be happy that his family and he are safe. The fact is that the administration, the local police have done their job, will continue to do it. The larger question is about safety and security, not just in high-profile areas like Bandra, but also wherever a Mumbaikar is, whether it is a celebrity or a common citizen. The police have done their job, and that's what we need to understand. Now, for all those loudmouths who are trying to play Sherlock Holmes, the first thing they must realize, Maria, is that this is not some O.J. Simpson case. The kind of media that has constantly gone on about, why was he taken in an auto rickshaw? Why was his son there? Why was his wife not there? Where was his wife? What happened? Please, let's respect their privacy. Let's respect the fact that they are all as a family united. And in this time of grief, they're cooperating with Mumbai police. As far as we are concerned, that is the administration, the Mahayuti. I think it's ironical, Maria, that you asked this question today, because as we speak, we're celebrating the 99th birth anniversary of Hindu Hriday Samrat Balasaheb Thackeray. And to remind you, historically, in 95 to 99, it was the same Balasaheb Thackeray that got all these infiltrators, Bangladeshis who were illegally in Maharashtra out of the state. And we propose to do exactly the same. There needs to be an audit. There needs to be known why certain sections have been appeased as vote banks, why there are bogus voters, and more importantly, if we as a society can speak about the larger issues of security in private complexes and give less time to so-called Sherlock Holmes who are trying to play private detectives and investigators in a case which is so unwarranted, because the Mumbai police has done a phenomenal job.
My question is, will the party be taking any action, or at least issuing a warning or a condemnation against what has been said by Nitesh Rane? He is not just any other leader. He's a cabinet minister first. And then again Sanjay Nirupam. Do you think there is a need for a warning that has to go against these leaders?
Maria, in a democracy such as ours, just look at the kind of statements coming out from society at large. People have taken this case as if it's their own case to solve, which is really not the case. People can have opinions, counter opinions, but what is the opinion of the party is known to one and all. Whether it's Devendra Fadnavis or Eknath Ji Shinde, we have all specified, as has the MOS home, which is Yogesh Kadam. He too has said that, the police is competent, and I'm so impressed with Deven Bharti's tweet. Please read it out to all your viewers, because it says that the Mumbai police is competent. Karina and her family have applauded Dayaji and DCP Zone 9. The fact that the police have done their job. let's give them that time right now to just come out of this shock and realize that there are larger questions to be answered, whether it's the Bangladeshi infiltrators or the fact that there are certain perpetrators of crime that exist even in our civil society. It could be our own security. It could be our own people who are manning our buildings. That is a question to be taken seriously, and I'm sure in the days to come, we will all be deliberating on this case as something that shook up private societies as well. But also to condemn Mumbai police and to condemn the people who are the victims in this case, I think would be wrong. It is not for you and me, Maria, to sit on judgment this way or that. Let the police come up with its statement, and when Saif and Kareena, as responsible citizens, choose to speak on this issue, I'm sure they will. Right now, they may be in a moment of shock, so just give it to them. I mean, to question, why did he come in a rickshaw? Why was his child with him? Why was a young kid? Why wasn't the wife there? Where was the driver? I mean, these are not questions that have to be answered by you and me. These are questions that the Mumbai police is very competent to answer.
Okay, so Sanjay Pandey, do you think the investigation is being clouded by these unnecessary questions which Shaina NC said is being raised by a lot of people, and perhaps they are being Sherlock Holmes, as she says?
Well, I totally agree with Shaina when she says about the Sherlock Holmes. Let me tell you this, that Bombay police so far has been on the job. They got the person, they are trying, they have got the custody, they will be interrogating, they are trying to get the entire puzzle solved. Now, in between, there are people who are making judgmental statements. Let me tell you this, how the law stands. A person who can deliver a judgment, now this is judgment. They are saying he was dancing, or he was not even insinuating that he was not even hurt. No, the judgment is done by the magistrate or the court, wherever it goes to the session or the high court. Who are, I mean, somehow, even if they are politicians, they don't have the power to pass any such remark on a legal process.
Personal
yeah,
remarks.
Whatever. Objectionable remarks. But even otherwise, you see, when if there is a process in criminal law, when you talk like this, you can be taken in for something like influencing an investigation, which is a crime. I mean, if people are not educated, I don't want to take names, but this is a sign of absolutely, I don't want to use any other word, but lack of education. And if the Bombay police has not done the job, you could talk about it. But here is a person who has been arrested. There is an independent witness who says that his entire clothes were drenched in blood. That is the auto rickshaw driver. So what are we talking about? I mean, if you're making these statements, I think Bombay City Police should take action under the law if it is there, and they should certainly start a process so that nobody else on the street first becomes a Sherlock Holmes, and number two, starts making such statements which are sign of depravity. I mean, if I'm allowed to use that, I mean, that's what I will say. It's very sad to see somebody getting hurt, and there are others who are saying people were dancing. I mean, God forbid it happens to somebody else within their families. It will be very sad.
Yes, and before I move on to other guests, Mr. Pandey, I want to understand from you, do you think this entire angle of the perpetrator's identity, of him being a Bangladeshi, has led to a lot of these value judgments which are coming in, and the religious angle which are being brought in by some politicians?
Well, I think a crime has been done. There is a criminal who has been caught. His identity totally established, I do not know. But any angle of, say, Pakistan or Bangladesh, let it be proven. Number two, they are not the only people who come into India. There are many other migrants who come here. So let us be very open, very clear that India does not include any migrants. Make that policy, get it done. You see what Trump is doing. I mean, Trump has said nobody with the illegal migrants will be deported. Let's do that. Instead of debating here, people are coming from all borders. Like we have people from Nepal, you don't even use a passport. But doesn't mean that everybody coming from that side is sacrosanct and anybody coming from the other side is not. So let's be fair. What I'm saying is let this be very clearly proven that a particular side of the country only is sending criminals, but to make such judgments now may not be correct.
Okay. I'm going to give the last word to Shaina, but before that, Sanjana, come in.
See, if he's a public personality, that does not mean that Saif Ali Khan is a public property. There's a line that one needs to draw before talking about him. And he's not in some opposition party that any politician can come and drill him with whatever he wants to talk, which absolutely does not make sense. I think when it comes to politicians, I have been to Bombay or I've been to Delhi, to those parts of the country. They have so much more on the larger picture to be focusing on when it comes to the development of the slum areas, the development of the electricity, there's unemployment, there's uneducatedness, there's so many problems. Half the city stinks because there are a lot of slum areas over there. Let them focus on their duties. Why are they bothered about if Saif Ali Khan is walking out with a smile or dancing or like a hero? Are they so complex? Can't they see anybody else happy? Can't they be happy for others that he's recovered really fast and be appreciative about it and give an inspirational word? If this is the kind of leaders that we have who are sitting in the cabinet, then where are we headed to as a country is what I want to ask.
Yes, and perhaps Rajesh Kotian has a similar question because he is in opposition after all.
Maria, you see, we have not made it a political issue. What we said is every Indian, whether he is a MD Mumbai, whether he is a celebrity or not, deserves proper security. And I totally agree with your other co-panelists on from the judicial world, as well as Mr. Sanjay Pandit, who has joined Congress now.
A person needs to draw a line when you're talking about someone else. You cannot talk anything that you want and get into their personal space. It's really not acceptable.
Who is saying this?
Yes,
Hello?
please, go ahead. Go ahead, Rajesh.
Yeah.
That was
So
Sanjana.
what I said is our party has been responsible enough, even though we had an idea to question, the police went ahead, as Panditji said, and did their job.
Now, what about the comments that have been made by Jitendra Awad?
He has asked for that. What is the comment which is regrettable in that? See, what the other opposition party is saying, he is only commenting when a Muslim has been this thing. He has never said that Hindu should be attacked or something. So these are like putting words in somebody's mouth. We have never questioned. That is Nitish.
How can you bring a communal angle to this, for God's sake? It is so unfair. The whole country is not about anything.
China, you have done it. China, you have done it. You started the Bangladeshi.
That's what China is speaking right now. China was an actor speaking, but yes, I get your point. Go ahead, let me give the final word to Shaina. Shaina, go ahead.
Maria, we've heard everyone. I want to make 2 points. You can't suggest that all politicians are making all kinds of statements. You have the stray case here and there. I don't think that we need to give it that kind of importance. The police is very, very competent to do its job in this particular case. I agree with what Sanjana said, that we should be happy that they are safe and they have come out, untouched, and that is the learning. It could have been a lot worse, and let's learn from this. Let's talk about security in private spaces. Let's talk about Bangladeshi infiltrators. And I have no qualms in saying that if an infiltrator comes into our country, we as a country are well within our purview to take decisions to combat. And for all those who are questioning the Mahayuti government, I want to say this is a government that has the political will, the Rajnetik Ichha Shakti. And as our Prime Minister has always, the irony is, Maria, and you're a senior journalist, look at how infiltrators have been dealt with in Assam. They have not come in, but the same infiltrators have come in a West Bengal. Why? You need the political will. There are lots of leaders that lead by example, and we as a society need to speak up when it comes to unequivocally keeping our cities, our state, and our country safe and secure. I only want to make one point. When it comes to Saif and Kareena or any other citizen, supposing this incident had happened, if they're reeling in shock or if they are going through their own pains and if they are cooperating with the police, I think that's all that matters. They are not accountable to the media or to certain channels or certain reporters or certain sections that are choosing to play their own conspiracy theories and pretend to be detectives when their job is to believe in the system. And when you believe in the administration, you give somebody the power, you give them the job, you vote for them, please trust in them, because the cops need to be respected. I don't think these potshots are something that anybody should welcome. And when it comes to security, let me tell you as a Mumbaiker, even now, Maria, Mumbai is one of the safest cities. Yes, these kind of stray incidents do happen, but which metro do they not happen in? And where is the question of us as a society trying to bring each other down only to make it a sensational story? I mean, really, let's introspect sometimes and understand that if the police has done its job, respect them, appreciate them. If a citizen has done his or her job, appreciate them, respect them. If the Prime Minister has his heart in the right place, appreciate him, respect him. Why have we become so negative as a society, where we are only getting into all negative stories? Oh, the wife and the husband had a problem. Oh, this was an internal job. Oh, this was that. It's not for us to do. The police is here for that. We are here only to ensure systems are in place. And if systems are not in place, we should hold our heads up and, be accountable and transparent.
Thank you for joining us on the show tonight. Rajesh Kotian, Sanjay Pandey, Sanjana and Shaina NC.